Hi guys, it's me here with a reading update for the month of August. There have not been many, and I'm hoping to get better about that. I'm currently in the middle of 3 different books. The 10,000 Doors of January. I am in the middle of The N.E.W.T.S, and I'm also in the middle of There Will Come a Darkness. But I finished 2. I finished The Weight of the Stars by Kay Ancrum. This was a reread for my buddy read with Amber, Rosie, and Allie. None of them had read it before, so I believe that now Amber hasn't finished it yet, but everybody else has. I reread and annotated this copy, which is my signed copy from Kayla. Previously, I only had, oh, it's over there somewhere, my ARC version, the physical ARC that I read and annotated. This one is warped a lot less with tears than the first one because, one, I knew it was coming, but also, this just makes me question so much. It is so gorgeous and so beautiful, and the writing is so stunning, and it hurts my heart because I realized that that's just not the way that my brain thinks and the way that I write. And then the girls made me feel better, and they're like, you're writing an urban fantasy. It has to be grittier than this. But then also, this is so good. If you have not read this yet, I really don't know how else to recommend that you read this, but I really, really recommend that you read this. It is gorgeous. This is about Ryan and Alex, whose mother has gone to space on a mission that she is not going to return from, to the far reaches of the universe. And Ryan, who's been obsessed with space and who has this like ragtag group of people around her, her brother James, and it is so diverse and queer and beautiful and just absolutely stunning writing about heartbreak and the decisions that parents make that affect children and how legacies of pain can continue. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous and beautiful, and I love it. I love it so goddamn much. 5 stars. Wasn't even a question. 5 stars. Then I read The Wren Hunt by Mary Watson, and I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to. I do have this tabbed and annotated. This one was Amber's pick for our buddy read, and an Irish folklore retelling story. Magical, but it wasn't quite as beautifully written as I thought it had the potential to be. Again, not everybody writes like that, so I have no right to judge. But I will say, there's a ton of like word usage and terminology and stuff that happens in the beginning of the book where I'm like, I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're not explaining it. How the hell do you want me to follow this story? And then I realized one of the girls told me that there's a glossary in the back that tells you what all the things mean, which would be great to know because I was lost for like a solid chunk of this, going like, you keep using words that I don't understand. What's an augur? What's a judge? What's a nemesis? I don't know what these things are. They're all in the back, so that helped. And overall, I did enjoy it. Our main character is super badass, and she's really sarcastic and witty, and she thinks on her feet, and I enjoy that about her. There is some questionable shit that happens in this. Like, it's dark and twisted. Our main love interest is super angsty, and I'm here for that as well. This is definitely not a standalone. There will be more in this. I think the second book has already come out. So I will be continuing. I will be reading it, but this one was really fun. I forget what I gave this. I think I gave it 4 stars. I think I 4-starred this. Next up for the read is actually Dear Evan Hansen, and I'm listening to the audiobook of that. I'm like 78% of the way through the audiobook for Dear Evan Hansen, and right now it's a 3-star. I don't really know how it's going to end, but it's like a 3-star at most. So we're gonna wait and see. That one was Rosie's pick, but I'm in the middle of 4 books. I will finish them, I promise you. But those are my current reads that I have finished, and then hopefully the 4 of those finish at some point soon, probably all together, and then I'll be able to update you on all of those. But that's my reading update right now for the August. It is the 20th of August, and I have finished like nothing. Like, you're looking at it like these 2 books and then 2 graphic novels. As far as my N.E.W.T.S go, I don't even know where I stand, to be honest. I'll look that up at some point at the end of the month, but who knows. If I can finish the N.E.W.T.S, that has a map in it. I know that's one of my N.E.W.T.S challenges, and that's right here, so I can show you. Bum, bum, ba-dum. The N.E.W.T.S has a map on the inside cover, so that would count. I'm currently here So we're going to read that and we're going to see. But that's my reading update for right now, and I'll touch base with you guys soon. Bye. Hi friends, I am here with an August reading update. I have finished 2 books, technically, kind of, sort of. I finished Dear Evan Hansen by Val Emmich, Steve Levinson, and then I don't even know who else. I think this is a play now. I don't really know. This was Rosie's pick for our little read-along that we did between all 4 of us. And I didn't love it. I think I'm going to go with like 2.5 or 3 stars. I'm not really sure. Basically, this follows Evan Hansen as he deals with his own mental health and feeling invisible and feeling like he doesn't belong, doesn't have any friends. And then somebody that he casually knows commits suicide, and he gets just whipped into like a web of lies that then create fame for him and changes his life for the better, which seems weird to profit on. And I didn't love the way it was handled. I think it still has great messages. It still is something that maybe people need to hear so that they realize that they're not alone. But I didn't love the way that it was handled in the end, so I'm going with 3 stars for that one. Then I technically finished The Near-Witch by V.E. Schwab, but the end of this is a novella that follows one of the characters that we see, so I haven't read that yet, but I have finished like the actual book of The Near-Witch, and I really did enjoy it. It is so different from her other writing and really whimsical and kind of creepy and kind of neat, and it's nice to see the evolution of her writing, and I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 stars. I did enjoy it. I will keep you posted after I read the novella at the end because I am going to read that. But technically, I finished The Near-Witch and Dear Evan Hansen today. So that is a win. Buddy reading this with Joss from Scribbles Reads. Well, I'll have listed down below. But I don't know. I don't know what she thinks about this so far. So I got to reach out to her and see what she thinks. And then I'll continue my read of the novella. But that's going to be it for now. I'll check in with you when I have something else to update you on. Bye, guys. I wanted to update you for August for another book that I have finished. I am still hoping by the end of August to finish 1 more book. Today is the 28th. I am going up the mountains on Friday, which is the 30th, and I will be listening to an audiobook the whole drive up. And I should be able to finish Anger is a Gift by Marco Shiro on the way up. So I will bring my camera so I can update you guys on my reading vlog for August. But I was able to finish The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow, and I really liked this. This is a historical fantasy novel about portal doorways. It discusses a lot about race and about economic status. It had a lot of like fantasy magical aspects that I wasn't necessarily anticipating, but it does talk about our main character and her in-betweenness. She does have, I believe, a black father, white mother, or the other way around. I forget. But she is mixed race, and there is a lot of judgment and a lot of discussion about race, you know, the way that that's viewed during this time period. I don't know exactly what the time period is, but it's just, it took me a while to get into it. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a really decent chunk of this book to really start to like care and get invested in the characters. And it does follow like a journal and a book that January has, and then also January's story. And I wanted it all just to be January's story, and I really didn't care that much about the backstory until midway. But like, there's a reason for the way that the author did it, and I think it was beautifully crafted. The writing in it was really pretty. There was super quotable things in here. I ended up really enjoying it, and I'm giving it 4 stars. So a stunning book. Like, it is just an actually physically gorgeous cover. I love this cover. So really, really enjoyed this one. Really happy that I read it. And I'm going to try really quickly to look at my challenges for my N.E.W.T.S, because I am doing the N.E.W.T.S this month, and I feel like I've gotten really off course. So let's take a look at that. I needed to get an E in history of magic rather. So that was a fantasy and also a book that included a map. I read The Near-Witch by Victoria Schwab this month, and this does have a map in it, so that was my map. They don't let you double up, so I'm going to go ahead and say that my fantasy, let me pull up my books. I don't even know what I read this month. My fantasy was the Wren Hunt, which I did read. So the Wren Hunt can be my fantasy, and then my map can be the N.E.W.T.S. And then I needed to do an A in Muggle Studies, which was a cover with a photo element. The photo element was this, The Way to the Stars. This is a real photo on the front. It's an actual model. She's stunning. So we will say the Wren Hunt up here for my fantasy, this for my photo on the cover, and the N.E.W.T.S for map. And then I needed an A in a subject of my choice, and I think that Charms A was just a book with a gorgeous cover, which I will go ahead and say is the 10,000 Doors of January, because it is actually stunning. Then I think I also covered Care of Magical Creatures. I technically got an A for. That was a book that starts with A. I read Abbott, the graphic novel. I had an audiobook for Herbology. That was an A for Herbology, and I read Dear Evan Hansen in audiobook. I'll also finish Anger is a Gift in audiobook. Transfiguration was LGBTQIA+. That one could be Anger is a Gift. A POC author could be Mark Oshiro, could be Kay Ankrum. I had options. So I have already successfully completed my N.E.W.T.S, which is awesome. Anything else is just going to be a bonus. I am hoping to still finish Anger is a Gift this month. And then I'm reading There Will Come a Darkness right now still that I would like to finish, but I don't think I'm going to have time to finish before the end of the month. Anger is a Gift right now is probably shaping up to be about a 4-star, but a strong 4-star. That's going to be it for this check-in. I successfully completed my N.E.W.T.S and then some. And I'm reading again, which is impressive to me when I'm doing this much writing. So I'm going to chalk that one up to a win, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hi friends, I am here with the end of my August wrap-up. It is late. Today is September 3rd. I have finished 3 things in September, which is surprising because I didn't finish very much in August. But I did finish Anger is a Gift by Mark Oshiro. I've read the majority of this in audiobook, and then I finished it in physical form. So I did go back and forth in this one. This follows Moss and his band of friends as they struggle against injustices that they see at their school in Oakland, and they are facing metal detectors and just changing protocol at their school and trying to figure out what they can do against the violence that's being put upon them and how to be young activists and the horrors that they see. It is diverse. It is gorgeous. I really liked Moss's relationship with his mother. I really liked his relationship with his friends. I liked how honest it was and how raw it was. I liked his relationship with his teachers. We had really good teacher relationships in this book. I will say that I 4-starred this. It is absolutely impactful and super vital and tells a different side of a story than something like The Hate You Give, and it is still so incredibly important to read. I didn't love, first of all, how long this was. I feel like it definitely could have been shorter, but it was still a beautiful, impactful, queer story. It just didn't hit me quite the same, but I'm so glad I finally got to this book, and I'm so glad that I have had this signed by Mark and personalized by Mark, and it was too funny because I was reading this and I knew that I had it signed and personalized in the front, and then I flipped to the back and I forgot that when I met him he said that I was the only person he'd signed the back of a book for, which was kind of funny. So I will be putting this back on my shelf. It is one that I will be keeping, and I'm really glad I got to it. And I'm gonna see if I can pull up my stats here, which I've had to convert to like a Google Doc because I don't trust anything in my old computer anymore. So we've moved everything over. So it looks like in the month of August, I read 10 things for a total of 3,290 pages. I read A Very Large Expanse of Sea, The Way to the Stars reread, Abbott, Deadly Class, Lesson Thorns, The Wren Hunt, Dear Evan Hansen, The N.E.W.T.S, The 10,000 Doors of January, and Anger is a Gift. I gave Abbott 4 stars, Lesson and Thorns 4 stars, Deadly Class 4 stars. It's iffy. The Way to the Stars, 5 stars. A Very Large Expanse of Sea, 5 stars. The Wren Hunt, 4. 10,000 Doors of January, 4. N.E.W.T, 4. Dear Evan Hansen 3, Anger is a Gift 4. So not a bad reading month at all. I didn't read a ton, but I read things that I, for the most part, enjoyed. I didn't 2-star anything. I didn't hate anything. So that's pretty exciting. That's going to be everything, though, for August, and then we'll have to get into September. So did I complete my N.E.W.T.S? Yes, I did. I think I went over that before. So N.E.W.T.S were done. Had a great time. September will be Contemporary-a-thon and a whole bunch of other reads. I haven't even done my TBR for it, and today's the 3rd, so I need to jump on that to, like, stat. But other than that, things are going great. So that is everything for this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Let me know what you're most excited about that I got to this month. Let me know what you're most excited for that you want me to get to next month. I'll tell you this, Dark Dawn's happening. We're going to see how that one goes. Let me know. Maybe I'll put a little poll up above here. Let me know if you want me to do a reading vlog for Dark Dawn. I did one for Nevernight and God's Grave. Let me know if you want one for Dark Dawn. I didn't love God's Grave, so I'm nervous about Dark Dawn. So let me know if you want to see a vlog. That's going to be it for me for now, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.